Had children in the car and something went wrong. Loved her family and none could understand. Packed up and left with her dreams in hands. Please, man, make me talk to you. Don't judge, just look at you. I once was pretty true, like you. And that's when she said, baby girl, remember to be true to yourself. I done learned the hard way, living for someone else. Yes, baby girl, please listen to this girl on the street. Ooh, baby girl. Let's go to another place like a mango sweet, where everybody can fulfill their needs. It could be the living room, or you gon' get on the dance floor with me. Shake your body, wind it up and down, feel free. All that I need is to breathe a little moonlight. All that I need is to dance into the sunlight. All that I need is to rock my body all night. Just rock your body all night.
And you're a star. And if you're confident, you know who you are. 'Cause I'm a star. And you're a star. And if you're confident, you know who you are.
I like the drums, love the bass, love the mood, and I love the melody. Drop it all right in. Let your problems go completely. It could be the living room, or you gon' get on the dance floor with me. Shake your body, wind it up and down, feel free. 'Cause all that I need is to breathe a little moonlight. All that I need is to dance into the sunlight. All that I need is to rock my body all night. Just rock your body all night. All that I need is to breathe a little moonlight. All that I need is to dance into the sunlight. All that I need
This one, we have to play this one in acknowledgement of the presence of the Queen.
They now see your crown. They don't know half what went down. You earned every diamond on your head. Queen, how many times they made you down? What you were all about made you second guess to think you're less.
Shout out Sparrow and all the Canadian crew. Sparrow said pull it one more time.
Red Alert Radio, FM 101. More music, more variety.
They now see your crown. They don't know half what went down. You earned every diamond on your head. Queen, how many times they made you down? What you were all about made you second guess to think you're less. Queen, that is your prime in the midnight hours. See if you can't find any more power. And someday it was easy. Queen, through the years you held your pride. Found a secret place inside. Like the lioness who on your road. Queen, some even put you aside. Now you give up and die. But there's always a spark left inside.
Yeah. We will, without further ado, you know, the Queen Nadine is here. Nadine, welcome.
Yeah, I'm here, man. Thanks for having me. How you doing? I thought that we got stuck a while ago. I was like, what is happening?
No, we're doing good. We're doing real good, real good. I want to let you know that you are the first lady to be on Sunday Best. Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah, and there's a lot.
that's an honor to be the first lady.
And I know this is not your first, you know, because you've been a lot of first that for you in terms of when we check it out, first female to actually be signed by the gang himself.
Yeah, and the first winner of Tasty Talent Contest. I want everybody to know that.
Yeah, and beat out Yellow Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Everybody always said that. I always, every time I said that, I never usually mention the Yellow Man thing, but it always seemed to come up. People always say, "Yeah, you beat up Yellow Man, you beat up." I'm like, "Yeah, man."
if they
But
say,
yeah,
is
still
it
is an incredible, talented person. And look at it. He went on to do amazing things. He's just like the Jennifer Hudson of his generation.
yes, yes. Because you are one of the persons who are, I'd say, one of the hardest working person in the industry, you know. Started from a young age.
Very, very young age. Started from when I was well, it started before the Tasty because a lot of people met me with Tasty, but I mean I was singing all over the place and in country and all of that. So started before Tasty actually.
So
Yeah, it's been an incredible ride.
you had to put a time limit on it. How long would you say that?
It's going this year's what? It's 1970. My 40th year was supposed to be in 2020. And then COVID boxed me down and I couldn't have the big celebration. So what, we're going 43 years this year?
43 years.
The end of next year, December 17 is gonna be 44, and then December thing there in 204 is gonna be it's going to be 45. So I'm going into my 44th year now.
Nadine, I must say first and foremost before this is something that I wanted to say thanks for the contribution that you have made and
My pleasure.
continue to make.
I hope it's appreciated, but you are appreciating me and I feel good. Yeah, give me some roses.
Yeah, man. Hey, you know, so I check the catalog. When I tried to play all of it. 9 hours a song.
I don't, you don't even realize how much you have because if you're recording, I don't even know. People don't know.
And I know this is one of the things that happen with most of the artists that come on. When we play music from way back when. And they say, I don't remember that song.
Yeah, I don't. A lot of times we don't. A lot of people don't understand. You don't need to do anything. You're just creating. We do what we do best, which is to create, and a lot of people don't understand. Sometimes we're not paying attention, and then one day somebody say, say I'm around, and you're like, really? Yeah.
And based on the catalog that we played, I played about 8 sides and Nadine, and we don't even have the catalog yet. You know, different moods, different vibe, different. You are multi-talented, I must say.
Thank you.
Yeah, and with regards to your talent and are you working on anything presently?
Well, right now, currently, the Bob Andy project is out. I have a song on it, called, well, it's not my song because it's a tribute album to Bob Andy, and I did over Feeling Soul. So the Bob Andy album is doing very, very well. As we speak tonight, we are going to have a broadcast on TVJ, but simultaneously, it will be premiered also on VP YouTube channel. So anybody listening, you can check it out. If you're in Jamaica, it will be on TVJ. But if you're anywhere in the world, you can just go on YouTube, the YouTube VP Records YouTube channel.
Okay.
And you can see the premiere. So that project is really, really, really taking off. I mean, the performances from the artists it's just incredible. The interpretation of Bob's music. And then, the world has gotten an opportunity to just see him on so many different levels. Because, even like being on this album is like having just like an accumulated body of work of Bob, and you really see the image of the man. You're hearing these songs throughout the years. And then this album come out and you're like, wow, this is so incredible. So I am on that project and I'm excited, giving it a plug because Bob Andy and Bob was my personal friend. Then I have a new song coming out called Triumphant, which I'm very, very excited about. And some more new songs coming out. So it's pretty exciting for Nadine Sutherland. This is an exciting time. A lot of people are saying that I'm having a rebirth. It's so cool. A rebirth. It's so cool.
I've seen in the past week about 4 flyers. Nadine.
Yeah, a lot of things are happening. Just, I can't say just, it never happened like in one moment. This has been building from several years ago. Because a lot of people, I mean, if you know my story, I got my master's and I actually not leave the music, but I really thought that God had a different plan for me. And I was a performing arts director at a school, basically teaching kids about dance and music and all that, which I really, really loved. And then I just ended up coming back to Jamaica, started recording, never stopped recording. Like the funniest thing, all the songs that I released when I was that I recorded when I was at the University of the West Indies started releasing. It started with Chatty Chatty, and Chatty Chatty was a really, really hot video. And people really liked it. And then it just started moving from there. So I really just said that God directed my path. And this is what he wanted me to do. I mean, COVID came. Songs that I did in London, my EP with my professor was released. And I recorded Queen during COVID.
Yeah.
Because I felt moved. I felt like I wanted to do this song. And I'm like, this song just was on my spirit. And I was like, I want this to be a song that will be played over and over and over again. I never thought it was going to be this big dancehall hit, Queen. But I thought the substance of the song will be something that will be played all the time, celebrating women, celebrating the rise, as my song says, celebrate the glories and the falls, the duality of what life can bring you. But, I always say to the kings, although it's not gender specific, although the story is says queen, man can listen to it because the human experience is not only a gender thing, it's a universal thing. Whatever men experience, women experience too, pain and struggles and triumph and, good times are bad times. Yes,
And sometimes we have to remind the kings of what the females are going through and let them appreciate them. Appreciate, love them. We don't do it. Appreciate, love them some more. Don't take them for granted. And I want to play a song that we started after Nadine Sutherland showcase with.
To be true to one another, to be kind and gentle to each other, to give your best when it's asked of you, to do what you have to do when you're supposed to. You've got to feel it. Ooh, you've
Nadine,
got to feel the soul.
You added a little spice to that one because rendition was perfect. And I must say, over the years, I've listened to other artists and hear the melody in the background and what actually give the song the whatever it needed to succeed. And I'm saying, hey, who's the? And I'm saying, Nadine, it's a Nadine. You have lent the harmony to a lot of Jamaican artists.
Yeah, I love harmonizing.
Yeah.
I love harmonizing. I love singing harmony. I've sang background vocals for Dennis Brown, Gerger Isaac, Peter Tosh, the great Peter Tosh, my first background vocal session. That was a wonderful, beautiful session because Peter was so kind and good to me. And I always speak about it and speak about him because he's such a good person. I was a kid having my first background vocals, no, my for preempted. Peter Tosh went to my father and asked him if I could do the session. He saw the man decent and nice. Went to daddy because I was like a girl, I was like 16 years old.
Yeah.
And I sang on his album No Nuclear War with Pamal and JC. Like I was so nervous. I was literally shaking. And Peter stopped the session and said, "No, man, take it easy." And he was so gentle and really, really very kind to me. So kind. You know, I could have been scarred in that moment because it's the first time I'm singing with Peter Tosh. Come on, man. And I speak this all the time. I get an opportunity because I know sometimes the public always have this impression of Peter saying was our gangster for life, you know. Man, I was a fight police, but you know, if you look at why Peter fought, Peter was a fight for equal. He's a serious man when it comes on to equal rights and justice. I mean, right now everybody talking about cannabis and ganja. Peter Tosh did that fight for ganja for so many years, you know. And that was my first introduction to background vocals. The background vocals, Shabba, Maxi, Barris. I just love it. So much bojo. A lot of people do background vocals for it.
Yeah,
I
man.
love singing harmony. I mean, I'm a country girl. We sing know for sing harmony from in their church with Miss Daisy. I sing the blood that Jesus shed for me. I mean, I look a picnic and I said, take the alto. I mean, I carry my alto. If you know country church, you know what I talk about.
You know, Kingston people call everywhere is country, you know.
I know.
So which one
Me
of the
too.
13 country you come from?
Everybody laugh when I tell them that I come from above rocks. Them say it's not country because it's in St. Catherine, but it's West Rural St. Catherine. Right. Yeah. So yeah.
You know, I played a combination, and we have a lot of people from Montego Bay listening in with Liquid.
Yeah. Yeah, the movie people, them, the movie Liquid and Butter General. Yeah, man, I'm a virgin them and they asked me to do the song and I did it.
And one of the things with that you have achieved, you know, one would think that you would be difficult to approach because a lot of persons that have reached your status, you know, Butter General and Liquid probably have to beg them or know somebody who pull a string. You know,
Let them know somebody who knows somebody that pulled the string. They did. Yeah, man. Big up when I remember again. Big up Danger Zone. My virgin them.
yeah.
That's where Chatty Chatty came from. Danger Zone music, and Chatty Chatty was recorded when I was a student at the University of the West Indies, and they had the music. Life is so funny that Telly says that God is to come back to the music. Because when I remember before COVID, it was October, and Danger linked me and said, we're going to release the rhythm, you know, with Chatty Chatty. And I also Chatty Chatty was just an incredible song. So you serious? And so I wanted the video. And I did the video. So there was a soft release in October and then a big release in February. And yeah.
And I want
his own production.
I want to take time out to acknowledge Richard Lou, another Moby.
Yeah, the cornroll on.
Because
I can't tease Richard because yesterday I went to Gibson Relay and I actually thought of Richard. Cornwall wasn't there, but Casey, JC, you know, the wars between the schoolboys, and I thought of Richard, and I was like, oh my God, the Cornwall College boys, the Monroe College boys, you know, the boys' school, they're so like, you know, something about those boys' school and how dedicated they are to the alma mater. I thought, Richard, if you listen to me yesterday.
You go on, let's see.
Oh,
you better still only talk good about me.
Me talk good about it, man. But Maria, the school boys fraternity, but the school girls fraternity go on the same way now because as a St. Andrew High School, I was sitting down beside my cousin that she's a Wilmerian. I mean, I know somebody come to her, an Andrews girl wanted to talk to me, and she turned to her and said, "So you are a St. Andrew High School for girls?" She's like, "Excuse me? What name add quad goodies, whatever them." I'm like, we get to know our feelings when it come on to them time, you know. When champs are come on, you know, we get into our feelings, us Jamaicans, you know, who went through the high school process, you know.
And I have to say, I actually had the chance to see you perform in New Rochelle Cornwall College banquet
That was a beautiful night.
performance, and I heard you say, you know what, I thought I'm gonna give it up, but seems like people love me still. you know, and
Yeah, that's how I feel now. That's how I feel now. Because sometimes you're not having that one-on-one with your audience. And in terms of all the performances that I've done, especially the one that was in the park last year in Queens, it was a jerk fest. And I was added late to the bill. A lot of people didn't know I was so added late to the bill. When I stepped out, I actually saw the love on the people's faces and the interaction, how they loved me. Oh, it was just amazing because like individuals you saw, they were like, oh, that's my girl. I was moved. And I was like, listen to me, man. God just still do this because God put it for this. So I really am thankful for the fans, the love that they're showing me, just happy that I'm back out there and doing what I'm doing, the support. You don't know, man.
I see you deal with a lot of charity events and so forth, with one special one coming up in when is it, March?
March the 10th in Washington. Yes, Miss Patchin's foundation.
Would you like to speak on it for the listening public?
Yes. I don't know it's on the internet, but I know it's the 10th of March somewhere in Washington, some hall.
It's
Okay.
Capitol Hall.
Capitol Hall. Yes.
Yeah, in where name Tyson.
Yes, and it's gonna be an awesome show. I just feel it. It's gonna be incredible, and I can't wait. My shows have become very, very intimate, especially when I do that show. The people come out, and it's really like a bonding thing. I don't feel like I'm doing a show a lot of times now. I feel like it's more like an intimate bonding with my audience. That's how it comes across to my crowd, I think, because when they speak after and to me, it's
Yeah, let me just say a quick thing on it, Mark. It's the Capital One Hall in Tyson. Go on their website. The tickets are for sale. Charity. There's an organization called AAPSA, which is artists and writers. The chairman is a Jamaican, Miss Cecilia is her name, and she's partnering with the VNP Foundation to raise funds. It's 200 seats. It's a theater, very intimate. Nadine is the headliner. She is going to be performing with the Image Band out of Maryland. So we want everybody to come out. It's going to be an intimate show, right, Miss Nadine?
very.
Only it's not a huge theater, only 200 seats, and the tickets are on sale online at the Capital One Hall in Tyson. So all of you people in the DMV, you can come out and support and get an up close personal performance from the great Nadine Sutherland. And I have to say this, I remember before Nadine went back to Jamaica. Remember, Nadine, you came to my office and we sat down and you were talking about, how come, man, we did put you on more shows and all of that. And she said it, and I said, but I see you doing such great things at the school. And Nadine said to me, boy, it's her 40th anniversary. Remember that conversation?
Yeah.
And you were going to go back to Jamaica and focus on your music. And I'm so happy to see how she's in demand today. It is an honor to have put, for us to have her on the Bob Andy. I mean, she was a late addition, as she said, to the Jerk Festival last year. And every time we call, Nadine is there for the community, and the community needs to support her, stream her music. Just let's this is her year, and we need to make sure that that decision that you made to go back to Jamaica to do your 40th anniversary. You have another single coming out sometime this year. What right, Nadine?
Right. I have a single coming out called Triumphant pretty soon. But I'm laughing, Mr. Lou, because the 40th year is turning. I go back and I said that, I'm going to do my 40th year. I never go back and said I was gonna go back to music, I went back to do my 40th year, which
right.
bring me straight back to music, and it's
Yes.
just been incredible. And I thank you for all your support also. So yes, people, please come out to that show in Washington. I'm really, really excited and stoked. It's been a long time I haven't performed in that area of the States. And I hear there's Maryland, Virginia, and all of that. So please come out. You're listening, come on. And I'm looking forward to have that intimate bonding experience, and it's a Q&A for Miss Patchin also. It's a promotion
Yeah.
of her book. And Patchin is a pioneer in this music. She's an icon. She's in my video queen, and I chose her specifically because a lot of people don't know about her story, the P in the VP. And as a younger woman, I felt that I owed it to her to feature her so that women of all age group can listen and hear her story. Because when I heard her story, she empowered me to go and produce Queen by myself, because Queen is a Nadine Sutherland Oyin Records. I've never ever thought of doing my own production and everything, and just hearing the story of the Rita Marleys and what they did, the Pat Chins. I was inspired to just go to a different part of the music because of those women. So she'll be there. It's an inspiring story of how they took, Randy's records from King Street and carried over, and it's now VP, an international record company, as Chinese Jamaicans as immigrants having the fears when when they started to set up business, suffering for years until it became what it is today. It's not an overnight success, but it's years of work and the respect that they get, just across the world for what they have done. So it's an incredible story, and we need to celebrate.
Nadine, when you talk about your song Queen and Rita, Mama Rita, because as a role model, you see Sidella run the business now mostly.
Exactly.
so one queen into another.
Never you see a woman doing it. You know what it is to see it's such a rare thing in the music industry to see women at the helm. It's very, very rare. So when you see these women who have succeeded in a male-dominated industry, it's something that, inspire you to try a thing. You know what I'm saying? Sedella is more than trying a thing, because she's very, very successful at what she does. Proud of her.
And for those who are just joining in, we're speaking to a queen in our own rights, Nadine Sutherland. Yeah. And I want to play the song for persons who have never heard it before. This is the one that she spoke about.
They never see your crown. They don't know half what went down. You earned every diamond on your head. Queen, how many times they made you down? What you were all about made you second guess to think you're less. Queen, because you're bright in the midnight hours. If you can't find any more power, and someday it was easy. Queen, through the years you had.
Yeah, for those who love the song, and this is a song that you need to listen to, go out and stream, purchase the song, support the song, stream the song. Yeah, it's as we said, as Richard said, Nadine's here. The new thing is click, like, and share, subscribe. Yeah, it don't cost you nothing.
I know, right? Click, like, share, subscribe is a new thought. No, I'll get used to it.
and stream.
And stream. Yeah, we'll add that.
And Nadine, I don't know. I see you in more like an unplugged setting. Yeah, I'm just visualizing you in a more unplugged setting, a more intimate, as you mentioned, intimate couple times, where you have a limited amount of people where you sit down, like, or you'd have MTV Unplugged. That's what I'm seeing you. I don't know that you have thought about.
Yeah, basically thought but not execute. But I mean, when you hear it, there's something with thinking, and then when somebody articulates it, it's sometimes as a word from the universe saying to you, go do it. So
yeah. I have actually played about some songs here, and it uncovered like 7, 8 different sides of Nadine. So anybody come to a intimate unplugged Nadine Sutherland show would be greatly entertained, you know.
Yeah, that is it. I am one of those artists that they try to box me. When Action came out, Young Pretty Girl Sexy, them try to box me like that. And it's the funniest thing. I used to say to them, I am that. But I'm a very, very thoughtful woman and culture and, think about, I'm very, very spiritual. Why can't I be everything? Why can't I be just an artist that articulates the experience of the human race? And then I found out in terms of how they have how the world is, and in marketing and all of that, and target audience and blah, 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 you have to market a certain way, and the one-dimensional kind of woman that you see, is like, okay, so there's a Cardi B, there's a Megan Thee Stallion. And when you listen to Megan as a person, and she's, you realize that she's more than, booty and breast, and you're like, okay, so I get it. And yeah, I guess if you want to eat a food, you just go along with the machinery. But I think it's really, really just like not allowing like people to really express the human experience, that we all live.
I
But
know the video for Action actually depicts a free-spirited person dancing in the street, because
and I'm so free-spirited.
something that I saw, like, what's this lady dancing in the street,
I'm the original champion, Bubba Ray.
So with that said, how is it that persons listening now on the Zoom or listening on Red Alert Radio can actually find Nadine, book Nadine, and support Nadine?
As what Richard says, when it says stream, look at the streaming, Spotify, all those things. Go and help me, support me with Queen. Queen was something that I did out of my pocket, just with love and light and all of that. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook. I am working to get a YouTube channel. I already have a channel, but since that I am back in the artistic domain, I have to develop that. I am discovering TikTok. And I guess in general, I think I have to get a social media manager, because as life gets increasingly spotlightish, I have to focus on those stuff. You can get me, you can write me, DM me. Somebody just DM me from Colombia about a show. I mean, I make sometime I look, sometimes somebody else look, but we generally respond to shows offers, because that is, some people, you ask them a couple questions and you know if them serious.
Yes.
You know if them not serious, or so you can just get in touch with me.
And with regards to shows that you mentioned, off the top of your head, do you know, could you say where you will be for the next, for persons can actually come and see you?
I know for the month of March, because I know that Miss Patching thing in Washington, that's the first show in March. The second one is with DJ Nori. That is in Manhattan. I'm unsure of the space, but Nori is doing fabulous advertisement in getting it out there. And I know that for the 19th of March, it's somewhere in Connecticut. I'm not too sure. That person also hasn't started advertising as Nori. Nori, I kill social media with it. And then I have a show in Orlando at the Reggae Rhythms Cafe and Lounge on the 25th of March. To all the Orlando people, come out to that show. I'm very, very excited about all the shows, all the performances. I love performing, I love sing, I love dance, I love broke out, I love all of that. So
I got the flyer for Florida.
yeah, man.
Reggae, Nadine Sutherland, Saturday the 25th of March.
Flavors of Reggae, yeah. Is it right?
DJ Sanchez.
Yeah, man. That's supposed to be nice. People, they're getting it out there. People are responding, and I'm very, very excited. So all my shows are for March. I'm going, and it's my birthday month. My birthday is March 15th. I don't know. I tell everybody, I'll celebrate in April. the party that I wanted to have, I won't have the time to plan it. I'll probably plan it in April, definitely not February, because Reggae Month was just exhausting, tonight, doing all those things, doing the Marcia Griffiths tribute, doing, the Bob and the thing. So I said to everybody in Jamaica, when I come back, my party will be in April. Birthdays and a one-day celebration is a whole year.
So one of the things that I want to promise you that Red Alert Radio will be one of your greatest supporter, and anything that you have, you need to put anything out there, you can link us and we'll push it out there for you.
And I so appreciate it. And you say it with such sincerity and earnestness. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna knock on the door. When Triumphant come out, Richard did it. When Triumphant come out, you mega fan, you better play Triumphant. So yeah, man, I take you up on that offer.
But and again, you are the first female, and there cannot be any other first. So come on, Sunday best.
And I appreciate you having me.
The amount of songs that were played. We want to get the artists back to a time. Now you remember when I did that song, the space, the mind space that they were in at the time, and try to recreate some of them things, some of those music, because some of those music are timeless. And as you said, person tried to box you in. We played everything, because what is popular in Jamaica, a different song is popular in America, and then a different song is popular in Europe. So we don't know which one will hit. So we just give them everything,
Exactly, right?
I will continue playing your music, and I will not going to say until you start making good music, because you have already showed that your name bounce checker, you can't change.
You're the one there.
I'm the one, I make pampas music where disposable, because they'll think about it like the song that was #1 like a couple months ago, even last year. You don't even remember,
No, you can't make those. You see what the thing about it, when I'm going to make a song, I think about not the impact. I don't think about, you want a song hit, but you mix and you have to be smart when you're making a song. So this is your bread and butter.
Yeah.
But in another part of making a song, you cannot compromise quality, because quality is what makes the song give the song the ability it would be a classic or a possible classic. You just don't make you make a song with thought. You really put in a lot of deliberate thinking. I say, okay, yeah, but will it stand up to the test of time? Like 25 years, somebody can play it and say, this is a good record. Production wise, singing wise, no off-key full business, not below standard business. You rise and try to make it above standard.
And I see when you join up with the boys, I hit again, because the two songs where you do Action and the song with Snow, they have said that these two songs are the #1 combination of all time. They tie for the #1 position, timeless. Every time you play, no matter what generation you play it for, you get a positive reaction to it.
Yeah.
And we normally limit the amount of persons that we bring in the room, because we kind of think like it's a backstage pass to the artist. So at this time we'll open a room, because a lot of persons came here just because they hear Nadine is here.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if anyone want to ask Nadine a question, I congratulate her, give her roses. No, you put up your hand and we acknowledge you. So we have Tracy B.
Hello, Nadine.
Respect Tracy B. What, man?
Hi.
Thanks for coming in.
We're glad to have you. I just wanted you to know that I was one of the little girls that you inspired in 1979 with your hit song, Starvation on the Land. I I wonder if you knew how many little girls were singing in the mirror with their brushes when that song came on, because that was the first time we ever saw somebody who looked like us in our age group who was singing a powerful song, a powerful, inspiring song. So I want to big you up for that, and I wanted to ask you,
Thank
um,
you.
if you didn't choose music as your career, what else would you have done? I see you have a master's degree, so I wondered if there was any other career choice.
Can I tell you something? I feel like music chose me. Music sometimes even felt like an abusive relationship, like you want to leave and you can't leave because you love it and then you're not earning anything from it emotionally. Music has kicked my butt in many ways. Yet, music is my salvation. Music, if I'm not creating a song and dancing and singing, I don't feel like I'm alive. I feel alive when, even I felt alive when I was transmitting that energy to children, because I was still doing it. It was still, and I felt, I was like what Bob and Rita did for me. I was passing it on to another generation. I don't know what I would be doing. I just feel sometimes that every time I try to think that I'm steering in another direction, music steer me back to it. So it's like almost like I feel like, why fight it right now? Because I'm not gonna change the fact that I've been doing this for 44 years, and like a lot of people know me. Sometimes I'm a gasp, a gip still that I'm so famous. I still like yesterday I went to Gibson Relay and I'm like, oh my God, because everybody knows you. It still is something that is shocking to me. If I really think, is there anything else that I would do outside of music that I look and I think that I would like? Is there any career? I probably would be like a shrink. I think I would be like a therapist and a counselor. I think it would be something like that. And then everybody that come and get free therapy. And then I would have just broke. Come on, no one. So it would be something like that. Thanks
So
for that question.
did you choose music as your career choice before or after the Tasty win?
I was just doing it. As I tell people that I never choose it. I'm born just doing it. From I know myself, I'm singing it, boxing on my head with granny. I wind up myself and my granny. I say, Lord Jesus Christ, I should have turn up to Lord God, because I just had this uncanny ability to whine, and you must not whine with Jamaican granny because you're not a young lady. My auntie would tell that, I would say I just could dance, and she never understood that I was not only whining, I was just dancing. And if I see somebody whining, my senses, I would just whine, and I just did whine too good. I'm a grandmother, just fret. She's like, where I got turned out to be? So I was just doing it. If you hear from my parents, it was just something I was doing. And I have to say, they encouraged me. My parents were really good at encouraging me. Every little thing I go sing, they were there. Tasty talent contest, then buy my little blue dress. If you see the picture of that little like light blue dress, mommy buy it from the salesman, buy my shoes. They always supported me. And I don't think they even knew what I would become. But my parents, my father was always there. From me, I sing a the basic school, from I go Park Road, I sing a loyalty youth club thing. Every show, they were just proud. Here I was, this little girl, and I just was singing. So it wasn't like anything that it was a choice that I made with music. I tell everybody that music chose me. My life just evolved with music. It's not a choice I made. It's like it just evolved this way.
You look like a ballet dancer in the action video. You have any dance training?
Yeah, I have a serious dance training. I have ballet training. I have modern dance training, African dance. Actually, I went to dance school, Jamaica School of Dance. Between me and you, I did one dance with Alvin Ailey still, I did one dance with Alvin Ailey. I was a serious little dancer. I was a serious dancer. I did one dance more than okay. Me don't want dance. I wanted to dance. I thought I would, back when I tell you, when I got dance classes, I had mad skills as like modern and ballet dancing. So, but Then me just turn out to be a champion bubbler still, but so you were right. You saw my dance, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, before we bring in Delrose, I want to play a little bit of this. We are vibing.
Thank you so very much, Miss B.
You're welcome.
We are vibing on Red Alert with Nadine Sutherland, international reggae artist.
Starvation on the land, yeah. So if you can help out your brother, man. Oh, yeah. Sleeping children in the park, yeah. Got nowhere to go in the wee hours after dark.
I see some tree. I hear some traits of like Judy Mowat and the high trees.
No, you are totally and utterly right. That's who I was listening to. You know, that's why I honor those women so much. My idols at those times were the I3. I tell Judy, I saw the other day, I saw Judy Mowat. I said, I wanted to be the I4.
Yeah.
She laughed. I was like, listen, man, I was doing all the dancing and, you know, incredible women. I mean, we saw as younger girls, these beautiful queens that were so regal, that were, you know, I call them dressing Rasta chic. It was the I3, you know, so I love them so much. And we give honor that they were just a fabulous I3, fabulous. To get as individuals, they're incredible. But there was a different kind of energy when those three women came together and their harmonies and all of that, man. Fabulosity.
We have Delrose, Black Rose. Delrose.
Yes, I'm here. Hi, Naz. How are you?
I'm fine, Del. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I compiled some of your words that you were using during your interview, and you asked the question, why can't I be everything? But I'm telling you that you can be everything. Just continue to innovate inside the box. And when you innovate from inside the box, then everything will come out, because you're not a one-dimensional type of woman. Just continue to be expressive in your words, with your music and your dance, and just continue to book out, because by booking out, you'll be able to celebrate the glories and the falls of booking out. That's all I have to say.
Beautiful. I love that. That really is a compilation of my words. Big up
Yes.
yourself, man, and thank you for just stepping out. Big up, big up. Yeah, man.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Yeah. And you know, Nadine, we know you're a busy lady, and we had the tribute this evening. We're getting ready for it, you know. So once more, if anybody else have anything to say or questions to ask, they can do so now.
You know, so may I raise me hand?
Yeah, the Tigre, Mr. Kenneth.
Great.
Yeah, the Tigre.
Good evening, ma'am. How are
Good
you?
evening, Tigre. I'm good, thank you.
Well, it's a pleasure to be graced with your presence on here. And
It's a
it's
pleasure to
truly
meet you.
a gift to have the first woman on here, to be you. Now, the question I want to ask you, much like Tracy B, that was inspired by a song. Your song for me was Santa Claus, Have You Ever Come to the Ghetto?
No, that's Colleen Davis. Colleen Davis.
Sure.
Yeah.
My bad.
Don't worry. People always mix us up together. She's
My
older
bad.
than I am, but we have the same kind of bone structure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and that's a
what-
very powerful and beautiful.
What that was gonna lead to for me is the rebel spirit of Jamaican artists, both male and female. So much like the inspiration of Bob and Rita and Peter, do you think you still have that fire? And because I know you've said you've tried to quit the thing a couple of times. Now, is that fire still there?
Very, very much so. I mean, you cannot be Jamaican and not have them kind of passion and fire. It's just like, me no know, me know any meat Jamaican. I don't know if I know anybody where it come from. Because them say our slavery, our ancestors are the most rebellious ancestors when them have to just like drop off at the island drop off at Jamaica before them go. Them carry the nice one, them to Barbados, nice one them there, but the rebellious ones were the ones that came to Jamaica, you know. I always feel there's always my rebellious nature was seen in my dancing when I was younger, or I expressed myself. I think I was very, very unique when I was young. Even now, it's just that people caught up with me. People caught up with me because you see more people with my kind of personality now come on. But when I first started, and in my 20s when I go on, so I was an abnormality for a lot of people. A lot of Jamaican women could not relate to me, but I was myself. I was going to go in an aperture and feel, and them said dance, and me dance, and them like she this, she that, she tarot. Me walk a certain way. I performed, and I performed with energy and all of that. And I think I was myself. I embraced my quirkiness in being rebellious, being dancehall, being conscious. I embraced it, and I was like unapologetic in being me. So that was the rebel in me, did not conform to the cookie cutter of how a lot of Jamaican women express themselves. I know it's probably the same thing because, I guess I'm supposed to be meeker at my age, but I don't care. I'm just going out there and being me. And that's when you can stand out in the crowd and be yourself, that's an act of rebellion.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess going forward, with your coming out again, I guess we can say not change about you then.
Is there a stronger knowing aside myself? You realize that a lot of the attacks is not something that was personally directed to you. It's people being unhappy in themselves. Because when you're secure inside of yourself, you don't really have time for look for nobody,
True.
And you don't have time for put on nobody.
True.
Because you love yourself, you know what you bring to this table. So there's no self-comparison. There's no need to chop down another woman and Lord God, just the son, because you feel bad about yourself. So I walk in the world understanding, coming from an understanding that hurt people, and that people who criticize and demonize and all of that, a lot of them are insecure in themselves. So you walk stronger. And don't let everything know I go box in your face, and you go, when you're younger, you're like, oh my God, because you don't have the sense of love inside of you to know that, listen to me. Them are some idiot people when me
so in other words, then can't provoke no reaction out of
Well, we're trying to, I gotta be honest with you, so sometimes I want to react, but me no say if I react to some of them, I gotta reach star front page. React to some of them and chew some things and cuss and go on. I am going to damage my brand, and also it would be so disrespecting the Bobs, the Ritas, my St. Andrew High School for girls, Michael practicing, my granny them, we put so much them in the one them where used to try steer me for to be one decent woman in this world, the teachers that invested in me, the men who stood up for me. If me go do that and lick down Smarty, no, it would be disrespecting all those who invested in me. One time I don't want woman, I'm just say no, because me don't come from the front page of the Star. I embarrass all the entities that I throughout my life I was a part of. Yeah.
Maintain that composure.
I have to do it, man, because all the people them were that you stand on their shoulders, the people who died before you, with the granny we used to plot hot go sell in our market. We can't jeopardize them kind of thing that you want.
True.
Yeah. Letigre.
Thank you very much, man.
Let the persons in Canada know that Nadine Sutherland is booked. It can be booked. We probably
ready for booking. Ready for the action.
People in Canada know. We have this is Red Alert Radio. We're vibing with the Queen, the lady Nadine Sutherland. Azzy, open the mic.
Okay. All right. Hello, Nadine.
Hello. I have to turn the light because it's getting a little bit dark where I am.
All right. How are you?
Ozzy, how are you doing? I'm good, thank you. You good?
Oh, great. Oh, just like how I put this way, like energy chilling all over, like talking to someone big, like for the first time, like in the rare times and all. And like and seeing you, like I was like, she's on. Let me check this out. And then you're asking questions, like I got a question to ask. Like,
Come on, go
you got
right
that
ahead
here.
with the question.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so like oh yeah, you remember last year passed the mic on BET after
Yeah,
NAACP
the
Awards?
funny thing is about it, you know, that today is the actual year anniversary since it was
Yeah.
premiered. Yeah, actually, this morning on my social media, I celebrated it. I was like, today, the 26th, the 26th of February is the year anniversary since I passed the mic reggae dancehall series that a Terra and I were a part of. Yeah, man.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. So like, and then after that, like I saw you on there, and then you're playing the classic Action
Right.
Sweet, one of my best all time songs, throwback songs and all in the past, and then after all the jam, and then I'll just like ask one thing: what does it feel like? I mean, how do you enjoy being on there? What was it like? The energy and all being
Okay,
that.
I thought it was really super cool. I like DJ Cassidy. We vibed very well. The crew and I vibed very, very well. My stylist, we were so excited. So, he invested. My stylist is called Bootleg. He's younger than I am. So he always come with these young, funky ideas. But tell me something, I want to look like a mama young girl. I don't know if you're a foreigner. Mama young girl means they don't want to be an older woman that trying to look like, say, you're 20 when you're 50.
Wow.
So we always have a compromise. And, I put a lot of thought in how I was going to come across because I knew I was going to be in front of the world. So a lot of thought was put in how I would look because I knew it would have been iconic. I think it got almost 5 million views right now. I mean, to be premiered after the NAACP awards, you know that the whole eyes were just like glued on that. And it was just an incredible experience for me. And it still is, like, when I think about it, it really was incredible. I'm proud to have been asked to have done it. And yeah, it's one of those wonderful moments in my life. Yes.
More wonderful is that I saw the old school like reggae artists like Sister Nancy and I think Sarah Fabulous in there.
And all of those incredible Barrington, Levy, everybody was
Patra.
I know, right? To me, the part, one of my favorite parts is when Cat doing them no worry me and they go, here comes the umbrella. I was like, and Aini Kamosi. Well, it's just an incredible, it was an incredible pass the mic, and I'm proud to have been a part of it.
Definitely. And it was like a nice fit, like after the whole awards, the award show.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. And
Definitely.
I think, like they had it yesterday and all, but they didn't have sadly they didn't have a pass the mic this year. Like someone told me that DJ Tassie isn't doing more and all. Like
I think what happened that pass the mic, the whole concept was pass the mic, that it was created for COVID. Remember when we were locked down, he was just doing this, he was just trying to lift people's vibe. So I think he had a last one that was premiere, was BET. So it was basically constructed during the COVID time and executed during the COVID time. And I guess I'm say COVID done, COVID now keep. So that's why I never saw one the other night.
Oh yeah, the first pass the mic I saw was like OC artists like Denise Williams and
yeah,
and the rest.
Yeah,
and
man.
all. Yeah,
A lot. I really do feel inside that pass the mic helped to just help people go through COVID. COVID was really rough, and when you look forward to pass the mic and you could play it. I remember the first pass the mic, it was all over the place, and the warmth that it just made, how it made you feel,
yeah,
and those stuff during COVID, yeah.
and also like Versus, another musical.
I know, right? Versus was listen. Let me tell you something. You see the Beanie and Bounty versus my Lord. But then on the brand then it's a middle of COVID, you know. I played rock out and skin out. I was like, yeah, baby. Trust me, them thing that really helped us during COVID, man. Really made a difference in going through COVID.
Definitely. And
Yeah,
my
man.
first verses for me was like Jill Scott and Erica Badu.
You remember that? And Erica Badu, that was off the hook.
I know, right?
It was
like
so off the hook. I was like, OMG, J.
like Jill Scott, Erica.
The Bounty and the Beanie. Prop. Remember, so we're Caribbean people, you know, so we look out for that, you know. And when some iconic thing, you know, that, you know, when Beanie Man says, are you gonna be that guy when the policeman come? What we chat about the moment I'll know. When the policeman come and say, you gonna stop us? Are you gonna be that guy? Are you gonna be It's incredible, man. Thank God for that.
Thank you, Ozzy. You know.
You're welcome.
Thank you for
Thanks,
sharing.
Ozzy.
Jacqueline.
You're welcome, Nadine.
Jacqueline.
Hey, good night. Good night.
Good night, Jacqueline.
Hi. Oh God, it's such a pleasure to be in the presence. I know we're not in an actual room together, but we feel like we're in a room together. I'm starstruck.
Such a pleasure. Such a pleasure.
Such a pleasure. I just love you being your authentic self. And I mean, if we could encourage more women to be just your authentic self, it would be such a pleasure for people to be more real. We'll live happier. And I'm loving the happiness that I'm sensing from it's like the spiritual happiness, that love, that blessing. And I'm loving it. And I want to encourage you to continue doing what you're doing. You're doing a marvelous job. Really, 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 really happy that I could have been here tonight.
I am really thankful that you made it, man. And yeah, I sit in my spirit a lot right now. You know, as I said before, maturity is a wonderful thing. And a woman maturing, although society would love to tell us that you're getting older, so you must get uglier and blah, blah, blah. I've seen women who look better because in their headspace, they're happier. And them aging, and it's a different kind of aging process right now. So much thing that they go buy the cream what can help under the eye with the crow's feet and the wrinkle. Woman uninvesting in her beauty. When you now go wake up one morning and invest in yourself. Yeah. Society don't like to tell women these things, and we're supposed to just like lay down and die. No, it's different. A woman who is mature, she have the experience of the world. She understand what triggers her. She understand who to keep her from. One time I did have a bad problem, you know. I was loyal to loyalty. So me and you are come from Waikiki Philip. I mean, me blinded to your bad ways. So me are loyal to the loyalty.
Yeah.
And you just want, you see, if you chat cool with me, I mean, not really, but if you do certain stuff, and I'm like, I don't care, you know, she's my friend. But then when you realize them will stab you in the back because they're backstabbers in general, them not gonna look at you and say, oh, me know her from a long time. That's who they are. And we all learn these lessons the hard way. But top loyalty. Your loyalty.
That's a good thing. That's a very good thing, because I had about a year ago, I came up with this. Not who you are their friends, it's your friend. So I think I am saying that this person is my friend, but not because I think that person is my friend, that they're not necessarily my friend. And if we get that knowledge and can accept that, then we'll know where we are. And as you said, loyal to loyal.
I mean, the song name, Action, Not a Bag of Mouth, you know.
Yeah. Exactly. One of my favorites.
Bag of mouth, and you must watch them action. Because Maya Angelou has a wonderful, beautiful thing to say. She's like, when somebody show you who they are, believe them. The man I come tell you, I love you so much. I love you so much. Why you're always so busy? Goodbye. Because whenever anybody want to be with you, them clear them thing there, and them are going to be with you. No excuses.
True.
Yeah, Jackie.
So true.
And as Jackie said, you're who you think is your best friend, have another best friend.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Love you, Nadine. Looking forward to
Thank you so
loving
very
you.
much for stopping by.
Yeah, looking forward to booking you for our barbecue. I'm putting that in there right now.
Okay. All right, looking forward.
Shout out
Okay.
the Anchovy High School, massive.
Yeah, Anchovy High School barbecue. That's in July coming. So looking
Okay.
forward. I'm gonna
All
reach
right.
out.
Please, definitely.
Now, Robert Chippy, another Canadian. I guess we have to let Nadine go because, you know, Nadine's a very busy lady, you know. Robert.
Greetings, Nadine.
Greetings. How are you doing?
Greetings from Calgary, Alberta.
Why, Calgary?
You remember that?
Yes, when it comes to
one in 2016.
Yeah.
You know, when I remember you're on stage and the DJ is supposed to run the track. And it couldn't, it was that going and you just easy, you know, you just cool and said, DJ, warm to you, man. Yeah. But you know, you were so humble. You were, I mean, everybody knew that. I growing up, you doing your thing, Junior Talker. It was Nadine Sutherland and Junior Talker.
I know, right?
You know, right?
And everybody thought me and Junior Tucker was boyfriend and girlfriend.
I know. Yeah, that was a.
Everybody thinks that me and Junior Tucker were a couple. They never knew my father so strict.
You know, and everybody expected probably when you became adults that you
would marry.
I know.
Yeah.
Nobody could believe you took separate paths. But you know, big up to you. You have done your paid your dues and you have done well, and we really appreciate and love your effort to keep the music going. And anytime you're ready, Calgary is here waiting for you.
All right. Looking forward.
All right, cool. Bye.
All right.
Yeah,
Cool.
Nadine. I want to play the song. This is a
Don't give respect to a fool, cause they will turn and mock you. Careful who you do.
That is Morel Exterminator.
Girls before swine, cause they will turn and attack you. Don't give respect to a fool, cause they will turn and mock you. Careful who you give your heart to. Be careful who you tell your secrets to. It can slap you in your face and turn around and haunt you. I wish everyone was all good. Isn't the way it is, but it's the way that it should. Powdering blackbirds is a waste of time. In this time, my sister, you've got to be wise. 'Cause they will break your confidence. In their souls, they don't mean you well. See your face, but you can't see your heart. Oh yes, my bona fide. You've got to be smart.
yeah. And I think that was a perfect song for this time. I don't want to thank you again, Nadine. I really
Thank
appreciate
you for having me.
Really,
And thanks everybody. Oh my God, you are such a loving community. I appreciate you stopping by and taking just the time to talk with me and to spend time with me. It's just an honor. I mean, this is just so great. Thank you.
Nadine, a lot of people never know you have so much music. So now that you know, and I only play half of the catalog, so go out and find Nadine, support her, stream her. What we say, like, share, subscribe, and follow.
Stream. Stream.
Stream. Yeah, stream. And I want to time out to big up Cinti Radio out of Baltimore. Big up Daddy Roots. Yeah. And Nadine, this is your home. Anytime you have anything new to put out or even just want to talk to the people, just let me know. And we
I just never make it no man, because the people them nice. I say crowd of people that are nice, you know.
Yeah.
Crowd of massive and crew. May I tell you, it's a loving community. I'm really appreciating you stopping by. Love from my heart, man. So big up on yourself.
Love and blessing, sister.
Love, 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 love.
I really glad to have the eye on. I'm late, a little bit late though. I had to work, so I just catch the end the part, but it's all good. We'll do it all over again when the time is actually.
We know the juggling go, man. We know the juggling go, man. Respect, man. I'm glad to say we know the juggling go to work and man have to put food on the table.
Blessing and respect. Welcome again. And I want you to come back. Don't stay away. My name is Daddy Roots and I operate Simply Radio 91.3 out of Baltimore on the FM band. All right?
Yes, Daddy Roots. You say so.
One final question for me, please.
Sure, yeah, man.
Nadine, you don't get Order of Distinction.
Me?
Yeah.
No, sir.
What? It's due. It's overdue.
Thank you so very much. I appreciate it.
Let's say it's not yet.
Not yet. Let's put
Not
it
yet.
Yes, it's in the basket.
Yeah.
There you go.
Not yet.
Tracy.
But I think it's a process going on. I think it's a process.
It's a nomination.
Yeah, I mean,
Nadine, we can
have to
nominate
go
you.
and get the forms and send them in and all of that.
Yes, because Nadine, I think people can nominate you too, you know, and then and once you have the numbers.
You have a vote. Appreciate it. Thank you so very much for thinking about me in those ways. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
God bless you all and keep safe. All right.
All right. You too.
Remember, we made it this far. We made it this far by faith. We're gonna keep on by faith. All right.
Yeah, just go on broke out. Just go on broke out.
I love it to say yes.
Good night and VP.
Good night, everyone. Cool.
Good night.
Remember in Babande. Thank you, Nadine, for coming to tonight on VP YouTube channel. We'll be listening to viewing Remember in Babande. We have Nadine Sutherland, Taurus Riley, Barry Hammond, and a whole slew of artists performing tonight, performing Babande songs. Yeah, man, you can tune in and check it out. Daddy Roots. Oh, you stay?
Mark, just come in you about to put the pattern, so you know the system and all the thing runs. Respect still, but you know what, go food have to make, you know, car. So the thing go. Irie?
Yeah. He was watching over me, and my eyes just couldn't see. I pray that you would come.